Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for May 21st, 2019. Today we're taking a look at the EURUSD, the euro versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. What I want to do today is compare the correlation of what's happening on the euro dollar to what's happening with the US dollar strength. We're looking at the US dollar futures index chart on the right hand side. If I put my cursor down here at the very bottom, you can see the little pop-up that says US dollar futures. But what this is showing us is the persistent strength of the USD over the past week and a half or so continue to rise. And I put correlating colored trend lines just so you can see that when the USD on the right hand side makes a move, there is the opposite move on the euro dollar on the left hand side. Blue trend line, falling trend USD, blue trend line, rising euro dollar, black trend line, rising USD, black trend line, falling euro dollar. So there's a familiar correlation here, a mirror image basically of what's happening on the US dollar to what's happening on the euro dollar. Today we see the USD breaking resistance 97.80 area on the right hand side, the yellow shaded area. Hesitated there yesterday, didn't do much yesterday, but today breaking through and puncturing through that resistance and pressuring towards the ultimate high at the top of the chart towards the 98 level. That means over on the left hand side, the euro dollar stalled out 111.60 yesterday. The blue shaded area just kind of hung out in there all day long. And today we see the push underneath 111.60 and pressuring towards the ultimate low down into 111.30, 111.10, the green shaded area, the bottom of the chart. So if the dollar continues to rise today, which there's no reason it shouldn't, but if the dollar continues to rise today to target back to the ultimate resistance high, 98.05 or so, right around that green zone at the top, then the expectation would be that the euro dollar will continue to fall down towards the green zone. So that provides us with selling opportunities on the euro dollar, looking for the USD to continue to rise and the euro dollar to continue to fall down towards its support down here towards 111.30. Now, obviously, the best place to sell something is not at the lowest low. We're at the low of the black trend line on the euro dollar. We're at the high of the black trend line on the US dollar. So the best place to sell something is not at the bottom. You always want to sell something at a higher price. Just think, just for common sense, it would have been better to sell at the orange zone than it would be down here. So we don't want to sell at the bottom. But what I will be looking for is opportunities on any bump of its head into resistance. 111.60 is our resistance. So I'll look for the market to come up, maybe bump its head into resistance, giving us lower risk. Why is that lower risk? Because our risk right now is that the market gets above that blue shaded area on the euro dollar. We don't want it to do that now. Now that it's underneath it, we want to see it stay underneath that blue zone. And the risk is it gets back above that blue zone. So the closer we can sell to 111.60 in the blue zone, the better risk versus reward, which would be better, of course, back down here towards the green zone. The same thing happens over here on the USD. If I was going to buy dollars, I want to do that as close as possible to what is our support, the yellow shaded area, 97.80, to once again target back towards the green zone at the very top of the chart. It's just common sense, risk reward, buy low, sell high kind of operation that we're looking at here for the euro dollar as it correlates mirrored image to the USD. Now, sometimes that means that you have to be patient and wait for the trade setup to come about before you make your entry. Sometimes you're going to be a little bit more aggressive with it and sell it as it gets pretty close. Right now the euro dollar 111.45, 46, somewhere in that range. 111.60 is the bottom of the blue zone. As it bumps its head closer to 111.55, 10 pips higher than the current market, maybe that gets close enough that you go ahead and short going down towards the green zone 111.30. Maybe the USD just kind of eases back early in the day towards 97.80, which we're at 97.93 now, before you take the long on the US dollar. So maybe you're a little bit more aggressive with it. Maybe you're more conservative, waiting for the market to stay underneath the yellow zone or above the blue zone on the day, close of the day. That's possible too. We could wait for that, but there's not a lot of news coming out today, truthfully. We have a very limited news calendar, so I don't think that there's a whole lot to cause concern. We do have a couple of FOMC members speaking today, but other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot of concern there. We'll look for opportunities as the market gets close to the blue zone, 111.60, to sell the euro today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.